Good morning, Sharvari ma'am. Ma'am, unmute your mic. Ma'am, we can't hear you. Ma'am, we can't hear you. At least I cannot hear you. Yes. No, ma'am, I can't hear you.
Sorry, ma'am, you can just log out and log in. We'll wait for you. Just join the meeting again. Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear
We
me?
can.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Are we all hoping that the lockdown lifts up on the 31st?
Yes, ma'am. Hope so. Of course, ma'am. It should be now.
Yeah, let's see. But there are some murmurs. Let's hope.
Yeah, true, true.
Hearing all kinds of things these days.
तो भी अंदर लाइट कर लो.
Okay, we are 43 of us. Great. Fatima teacher, do we have anything scheduled after this?
No, ma'am. Nothing.
So if we say wait for a while and spill over, it's fine, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Till then, enjoy the slide that you can all see, I guess. Can I get a quick hello from everyone? If everyone can unmute their mics. Can I get a
Good
quick
morning.
hello?
Hi, ma'am.
Good morning,
Looking
ma'am.
as lovely as
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good morning,
Hello,
good
ma'am.
morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
morning.
Hello,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So nice to hear everybody's
Hello, ma'am.
voices.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And you're looking as lovely as ever.
Good morning, ma'am. Hello.
Is that Harmeet? Is that Harmeet?
Everyone. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Well. I must call you every time I feel a little low.
I'm always
Thank you
ready
so
to hear
much.
you.
Thank you
Always,
so
always.
much. Can you all get your videos on also?
No, ma'am.
Not possible? Videos not possible? Am I the only one who's got ready today morning?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Last
That's
few
true,
days,
ma'am.
last few days, huh? Last few days. Okay. You know what? Yes, I can see Nivedita. Good morning, Nivedita.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. I can see Harmeet. Yes, I can see Malika ma'am. Good morning. Malika ma'am, why are you in black? I can't see you at all. But your video is on, I think. Yes. Nisha, hi. Good morning. Mike. Good morning. Can't hear you. Yes, better. Good morning. I still can't hear you.
It's audible.
Now it's audible. Yes.
Good
How are you,
morning,
Good
ma'am?
ma'am.
morning. Good morning. Good morning, Himani. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Aradhna. Good morning. Good morning, Diana ma'am. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning, Sharvari. Happy
Good
morning.
morning, Anita. Good morning. I can recognize your voice.
Very nasal today.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm very excited for your session.
Who's this?
Prija here.
Prija.
Memories.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's been a while since you heard me, right, Prija?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm really excited.
2 years. 2 years, yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Prashasti. I can hear your voice. I can recognize your voice. Good morning.
Ma'am.
Good morning, Shalini.
Ma'am, I cannot hear you.
Prashasti, your connection, please check.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
We put up our
Yes.
videos on the mic.
Yes. I can see you for some time till we have that bandwidth. Once we begin the presentation, then maybe.
Sharvari ma'am,
Those
can we
who are not,
start? We have 40.
yes.
Sharmani, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sure. Everyone ready? Can we begin?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fatima teacher, we can begin?
Yes, I just request everybody to mute their mics
Yes.
and
Yes.
just mute their videos. Thank you. Yes, we can start, Sharvari.
Okay. So a very good morning to everyone. And yes, here's wishing everyone a happy Eid. I hope after the 1 month of fasting, all of you have uh, kind of got back to normal routines and however possible in these lockdown times, enjoyed your festival with your near and dear ones. So A few days to go now. The countdown has begun. And we have scheduled a parent interaction at all the institutes on the 29th and the 30th, if I'm not mistaken. So this is so that you all are completely set and have a rocking conference, each one of you. So let's begin. Today, let me get the format in place. We are going to be meeting over 2 days, right? Today and tomorrow. So I have split the session in over 2 days. At the end of today, you will all be getting an assignment, which you will complete and come back tomorrow morning. You will also be emailing me that assignment in the evening once you're done with it. So we have a record of your work over the 2 days of the sessions. The other important things for today, I'm trying to make it as interactive as possible so that there is some sharing and there is some semblance of a face-to-face meeting. So whenever I need an interaction, need help with role play, I'm going to be taking names at random. Fatima teacher is going to help me with names from SGA and SISS, and hopefully I'll be able to get proper participation from SSWS. So there are certain times when I will be asking you to come online, open your video and your mic and interact with me in a role play. Since we could not meet each other and plan for a role play, it's all going to be impromptu. So I guess it's going to be very realistic since we are not preparing for it, right? So surprises and both ways. Okay, so that is the plan. I would request all of you to please sit with a notepad and a pen and jot down whatever you feel is important and which requires additional attention tomorrow. So we have tomorrow so we can address all your doubts and difficulties, if any. Is that okay? So I think I've made myself quite clear, and we can begin our session for today. So here is what we are looking at. Communicating with parents. The dialogue is the same. The people involved are the same. But in those many years, see this complete change of balance, the complete tilting of the balance. The question is the same. How do you explain my child's grades? Now you see the difference. This is when we are meeting the parents face to face. Now, today we are looking at the next 3 months probably where we may not be able to meet the parent face to face. We are fortunately, unfortunately, coming to terms with a new mode of communication, right? And that is what all of us are struggling with today. So let's see how best we come out of it. And I'm sure with the tech support and all the sessions that we are having, we all will be able to see through these tough times. Can I have the next slide, please, Fatima? Yeah. So do you see this picture? This is going to be the new normal. I'm sure all of you have heard this phrase, the new normal. It is here to stay and we are looking at it. So let's see what the new normal is going to be with us, teachers, parents, and children in a school setting. Do you see the slate? And do you see the tab? The screen. It could be a cell phone, it could be a tab, it could be an iPad, anything. So we are literally walking from one onto the other. Yeah. Now let's see what happens. What's the new normal? Who do you have in your classroom? You have a parent in your classroom. If you have 30 children, if you have 30 children in your class, if you have 15 children in your class, now remember there are going to be 30. If you have 15, there are going to be 30. And the 15 young ones and 15 adults. So that is a fact, and the earlier we accept it, the better for us. What is that going to do? The parent is going to be much more informed than before. The parent is going to observe you. The parent is going to know exactly what is happening. And trust me, initially, the parent is going to think, ah, ye to main bhi kar sakti hu. That is quite likely. So wait patiently for that feeling to disappear. So the parent is going to be much informed, more informed than before. The next one. Critical appreciation. Now, this is something we are going to have to live with. What happens in online teaching, online communication is that you see yourself. When we talk to the other person, we don't see ourselves, isn't it? When we meet people physically. In online communication, you can see yourself on the screen and the other person. Now, that is something neither you are used to nor the other person on the other side. So critical appreciation is going to be a part of our life. It is going to be as superficial as, I don't like the way you did your hair. It is going to be as superficial as, what is there in your background? What is that shining behind you? What is that? Is that a wardrobe? Is that a window? Is that a door? What is happening? It could be that much. Or it could be, I don't like your pronunciations. I speak better English. Is that what you're doing in class? Oh my God. Is that how you talk? Is that how you shout? Is that how you speak? We have to be ready for all of this. Next one. More important than before to be well prepared. Of course, we have to be better prepared than before. We have been really working hard, each one of us, to ensure that we are, to use a word, presentable to our parents, and make sure that our first meeting with them goes successfully. What I want you to remember, all of you teachers, is that do not ever get bogged down. What you must remember is that this is your class. Now, how do we do that? How do we set the tone right? You have to do that right in the beginning. Okay? So this is the new normal. What is this part now? I love this phrase, you're framed. Now, do you see yourself? In the, I can see myself, so you'll have to tolerate my role play today. Yeah, so you have, what does this mirror, this frame say? You have to be professional. You have to be professional in these three aspects. Dressing. Now, look at me, all of you. Am I in the frame? Yes, I am, very much. Now, what do you see in the frame? You see my hair. You see these earphones. Maybe you could get fancier earphones which don't have these wires dangling, or you could use these. Where are you seeing in the frame? Where are you looking? That is important. What are you wearing? Professional dressing does not mean dressing for a festival, especially now. When we meet our parents in our classrooms, we get our appearance blends into our surroundings. In online communication, there is nothing like that. You are there in the frame for the parent to look at you all the time. Therefore, it becomes important that you are going to be dressed very professionally. By professional dressing, I do not mean that either you have to be in a sari, you have to be in a shirt, you have to be in Western outfits, whatever. You have to be in a dress that you are comfortable in, that you feel confident in. Your clothes colors you could do with a brighter color. Now you see myself, I am wearing a lighter colored kurti. Now that doesn't show well on the screen for the simple reason that my background merges into this. So I would highly recommend for you to wear a solid color. I won't say a shocking color, not the neon colors, but something that is dark. Because in an online setup, your body frame has to be outlined. If you see, your face is outlined by your hair, but below the shoulder, you need that frame to be properly visible all through. So dress, look for clothes that give you this advantage. Dressing, what do I wear in my ears? What do I wear in my neck? Now that depends. No heavy jewelry, because it is going to distract the parents' attention from what you're saying to what you are wearing. That is something that we cannot ever allow. I'm not saying that we have to be dowdy, we have to be boring. No, but the nothing should distract the parent, because the parent has the liberty now to keep. If I'm wearing a very eye-catching necklace, all she's going to do is to look at my necklace and I will not know. In a physical setup, you know where you can take the parents' attention from what you're wearing to what you're saying. Here, that advantage requires a skill set that you will develop slowly. So right now, you have to be very careful with all of this. Earrings. Now, what I'm wearing versus this. It's taking 2 minutes of your time to show you. Lovely, isn't it? It looks great. But you know what this is doing? It's taking away from my role as a teacher. So this is a big no. Nothing like this. Something that remains in your face. Something that, yes, people can see that you're wearing, and it makes you feel good. So wear, definitely wear. Don't let it touch your neck, and don't make it that fancy. Eyes, yes, they need to be defined for the simple reason that otherwise you are a blur on the screen. And trust me, if the parent is on the mobile, it's going to zoom in and zoom out, and you will have no idea. So a little more care needs to be taken. Lipsticks, please do wear them, but avoid all your bright colors. Ensure that, again, the role of the lipstick is to highlight the part of your face that is going to talk, not your the outline of your lips and all of that. But if you do not put a lipstick, then it's a very blank face. You could try a couple of selfies and you will understand what I'm talking about, right? So that is about your dressing. Voice modulation. How do you wish the parent? Good morning. How are you? So nice to see you. No. Professionalism is about keeping your distance yet being welcome. Good morning, parents. Good morning, Mrs. Sharma. It's lovely you've logged in early. Great. Nice to see you. We'll wait for everyone else to log in. Lovely. The voice modulation has to be matter of fact. Never ever allow the parent to feel that you're not in control. You have to remain in control. Yeah. Body language. Hi, how are you? Yes, it's been really sad. These 22 months of, this lockdown and this. It's really bad. Yeah. What to do? Ah, no, this is what is required. Straight shoulders and looking at the camera, right? So your body language, just because the rest of the body is not visible, doesn't mean it does not convey to your face, to your shoulders. If you are slouched like this, if you are like this, if you are like this, if you are like this is not something that a teacher should be doing online like this. Okay? Do not stand because then you're looking down. If I stand, you see this? Don't want this. So you have to be seated comfortably, adjusting your screen and sitting there straight. You want to rest your elbows on the table? Go ahead. That's a good idea because that gives you the height and keeps your shoulders straight. In a physical setup, we do not encourage resting elbows on the table, but in this kind of a setup, it will help. Fiddling with your hair. What happens is we are also not used to seeing ourselves on the screen.
Sharvari ma'am.
That since I'm waiting for everyone to come and is that
She can't hear us.
yeah, maybe like this. Should I do like this? This is what happens. So no,
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
for the next half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever your time. Remember, your facial expressions are going to be louder.
Ma'am, your voice. Yeah.
Yes, tell me, Fatima teacher.
Your voice was breaking. That is the reason I just came online.
Okay, okay.
Sharvari ma'am, could you go a little from body language because after that we couldn't hear much of it.
Yeah. So body language, as I was saying, is it's a good idea to rest your hands on the table where you've kept your phone or your laptop or your iPad, whatever device you're using. So that kind of gives you the the straightness, your spine automatically straightens up. So it gives you straight on, right? Again, no slouching, no changing, no this. I am someone who's used to gesturing. So online sessions, I prefer my hands on my desk so that I know I'm not going to be using them. Because otherwise, this, that, like this, what do you think? What do you say? The projection of your hand goes beyond your control and it kind of jumps out of the frame. So that is something a parent may find distracting. So best it is to rest your elbows, one hand over the other, palms over the other, and sit like this. You will get used to it. Initially, it is tough, but yes, that is how I have figured out that I can keep my arms not going onto the frame all the time. Right? Again, no angles, no this, no that. be straight. And this is finally a very formal situation, right? And yes, especially teachers of very young children. We are so used to, talking, holding the children, hugging the children, and tousling their hair, giving them a quick hug or a high five. Now, high five, bad idea. So you have to have. We have. The next slide will tell you how to do your high fives also online. So this is what it is, the new normal. We are framed and we are going to live in this frame for the next 3 months. So get used to it. And yes, after a while, you'll stop admiring yourself and just get on with it. But yes, it's a good check to just check yourself, see how you're looking, and then press the button to go online. Yeah. So this is about body language. Can we have the next one? Yes. Now, this is a lovely phrase I came across the other day as I was preparing for this session. Everyone understands etiquette, right? So etiquette is your norms of behavior, accepted norms of behavior. What is the right way, the correct way to do things? Now, online, this etiquette has become netiquette. Now, if you Google, you will find loads of tips, tricks, and handy hints for netiquette. Now, netiquette for teachers. Yeah, could I have the first point, please? Yeah. Again, a formal setup. Sit in a formal setup. Now, yes, we are pressed for a formal setup. Now, if I do not know whether you will be able to conduct this meeting from school, but I'm 100% sure that your next meeting, you will be able to go to school and conduct it from there, even if it is online. So what we have to do for the 30th and the 29th meetings is that try and decide on a place to sit where you're going to be sitting for the meeting, right? Now, once you've decided this place for where you'll be sitting, take a selfie. Now, the selfie is not for you. The selfie is for the background. What all do you see in the background? Is that okay? Are you okay with that transmitting into the homes of your children, of your class children? If you're okay with that, great. What else is there in the background? All those of you who are net savvy, I know that we can download backgrounds, and then there is, I am not really familiar with the technique, but I'm sure those of us who are net savvy can do that. So then what happens is it doesn't matter where I'm sitting. That background comes behind me the minute I am formally with my parent or my children. So if you wish to try that out, that is also a possibility. Also a recommendation to Fatima teacher and our tech team, if all teachers can be given that background based on their school with the school logo on the screen, so that when all teachers come online, automatically we have a formal setup ready. The teacher comes out from her home into the school without leaving her room. Then it doesn't matter where the teacher is sitting in her house and what the background is. Especially those of us who are using our cell phones as of now may find it difficult to manage this. So these screens are a big help. And I know that it is possible. A couple of my friends are using those screens for their webinars. So that does help. So what is behind me, what you're maybe wondering, what's that blue wallpaper? What door is that? What wardrobe is that? That does not happen. Right? So that is for a formal setup. Next, sit upright and keep the camera at a distance. Now, all of you know exactly where your camera is. I mean, the younger ones than me, definitely know where your camera is. So you know how far to sit. Now, when you're taking a selfie, you are different. You're angling your face, your angle is different. The way you look at your camera is different. All that is not going to work. Yeah. So you have to see. Now I'm on a laptop. I can see that little blurb that is my camera. Okay. So now look at this. Hello. You can probably see my blackheads on my nose for all I know, right? So maintain a distance. The advantage with the laptop is that because of the keyboard, you are never really up close with the camera. That advantage is not there when you're using a cell phone or if you're using a tab or an iPad. So please remember the distance. Again, practice is very important. You take a selfie again, right? So have this distance. Next one, encourage children. Now this is for your class. Now when you continue your classes online, magic words, these are some words that we regularly use in our classes. What we tend to forget is because the child is at home, the child, like I always tell, my trainees would know, why do we not wish good morning at home? Why does good morning stop the minute we leave school? How many of us wish good morning to our parents, to our children? That is something we associate with school. Who wishes anybody get up in the morning? No, very few of us wish each other good morning or namaste or whatever. So this is a scary thing right now because the child is going to be home. So as teachers, we have to be that much more aware that the child needs to use these phrases. Excuse me, I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't get it. These are words. Good morning, ma'am. Never begin your session without a good morning. Do not wish parents hi, hello, however closely you may know them. It has to be a good morning because that is what we wish to do with our children. So children are observing, parents are observing. No, you don't want to be a friend to the parent. Parents have many friends. They have only one teacher who is their child's teacher, right? Yeah. Can I have the next one, please? All right. Maintain the decorum of a classroom. Now you're going to be home. The parents are going to be home. How do we get this thing going? So the decorum of the classroom is going to be managed only by the way you present yourself and your language. Your formal language, your language has to be formal. Never mind if you're sitting at home. But the decorum of a classroom, yes, ma'am, please wait. I will come back to you, ma'am. You yourself also have to use formal language. Yes, next one, please. Use the mute button. The mute button, I don't know about you all, but I discovered the undo button on my laptop pretty late in life. So I've spent sleepless nights redoing stuff that I could have got with a undo button. So the day I discovered the undo button, my confidence was like soaring. So I think the mute button is very, very similar. Now, as an organizer, now today, if Fatima decides that she doesn't do, a Fatima teacher decides that, she doesn't want me to go beyond, or I finished my whatever I wish to say with the slide, she can mute me. For the simple reason that she is the organizer of this meeting. She has the controls. Now remember, you have the controls when you're setting up a parent-teacher meeting. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the right thing that I said, Fatima teacher?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
surely.
right? Yeah. So you're the teacher, as a teacher, you will have the control. So remember that you have that with you. And whatever confidence has gone low, remember that. The mute button is yours. Now, use it judiciously. I'm not saying please don't go around muting people when saying, and you continue, and then you won't be able to stop a laugh like how I'm facing right now, because it's quite hilarious otherwise. Yes, so the mute button is going to be your friend. Now, what you have to do is to ensure that the parents know how to use it. We are just presuming that all parents are going to be tech savvy. I don't think it's a right presumption. It is in our favor to, before beginning, to ensure that they know the etiquette, the netiquette of online conversations. So the mute button, the video button. Now, depending on the bandwidth, you will decide whether you want their videos on all the time or you want them only when you are addressing that parent. That is one etiquette that you have to set right in the beginning, in the first 5 minutes. Inform them of the mute button. Ask them to press that button when they wish to speak and press it again after they have finished, so that we can, all of us can be audible to each other. Yeah. Next slide, please, Fatima teacher. Yes. Now, this is something that I want all of you to take a serious look at. All our IDs, email IDs, are, as of today, we are on social media formally. Our WhatsApp, our emails, everything, email accounts are now going to be used like never before. Your WhatsApp ID, your profile, your ID, please, I would sincerely request each one of you to take a good look at your photograph on your WhatsApp ID and also your name. Now, as a teacher, I may not know every parent's name. Now, suppose I have the email ID as my daddy's favorite. Now, what do I address that person as? Yes, Mrs. Daddy's favorite. How do I do this? So it is, or for the other person, this is extremely important and an etiquette today. It is an online etiquette that our email IDs have to be formal. Both all institutes are going to get their domain IDs. All teachers are going to get it. I don't know whether we have already. I haven't got received one, so I guess everyone, all of you, will also receive in some time your official ID. But till then, please ensure that your WhatsApp IDs, your WhatsApp photographs, your email IDs are not very, very personal. Somewhere along, they need not as much email IDs as your WhatsApp, because that is what will come across, and parents are going to be checking that. So please ensure that your WhatsApp profiles are clean. I know for a fact that you can go onto a WhatsApp status and kind of have a free flow. Please ensure your privacy settings and make sure that whatever you wish to share, only that is available for sharing, right? So this is something that I sincerely request every teacher to follow. Next slide, please, Fatima. Yeah. Oh, we have one more. Yes, this is what I was talking about, the high five. All of us have you all noticed this hand button? GoToMeeting has, Fatima teacher?
No, we don't have it here, but we have it on Teams.
Yeah, because we have it on Zoom also. So yes, on Teams we have the raising the hand. Now this raising the hand is used in many ways. One is you click on that button if you wish to ask a question. That is raising hand. And also, so again, this is what the teacher will inform the children and the parent. Why is she, how does she want them to use this raising the hand button that is available on your screen? So these are going to be your virtual hands. All right, because this is not going to work. This is a bad idea. Bye. No. For children, yes, but for parents, bye. Not a good idea. Okay. So the virtual hands is something we need to get familiar with. Yes, Fatima teacher, the next one. Can I have the next slide, please?
Added a point, avoid using all uppercase letters.
Sorry.
There was a last point there, ma'am.
Yes, avoid using. Yes. Now, when we say communicating with parents, we are talking about talking to parents. Let me get my hands here. Yeah, we are talking of, we are till now discussing about how we speak with our parents and all of that. But communication is not only speaking. You're going to be doing a lot of messaging, a lot of emails, a lot of WhatsApp messages. You're going to be sending links, whatever it is. I'm sure all of us are aware, but I thought I should be putting this again because it is very, very important, which is using uppercase letters or capital letters. Capital letters online is shouting. So if we want to shout, use capital letters. Else, we have to stay very, very away from capital case all through our communication, whether it is online or otherwise. Chapter headings is somewhere where you see capital letters. I would still recommend not to be using the capital letters there, but if it is only for the name of the chapter, then yes, maybe. Personal names, never in capital. Whatever lists you make, ensure that you're not using all capital case. Sentence case is what we should be using. Yeah. Thank you, Fatima. Now, like we have for teachers, we have for parents. Now, it's your job to communicate this to parents. Now, you know what? We are professionally in this. So we ensure that we are not disturbed. But parents are also going through a tough time. There are so many things. Now, if you schedule an 11 o'clock meeting like we have today, I mean, the mother in the house will have to get so many things done way before 11 so that the child has the clear space for our classes. Or if they have to sit for a meeting, they have to be there. Yeah. And again, it cannot be just as I am, because if the teacher wishes to see me on the video, then I have to be prepared for that. Right? So these are a few online etiquettes for parents. Do not eat during class. Do not switch off your video and eat. The minute the video is on, I can see your cheeks are full or you're chewing. So not a good idea. Next one, please. Yes. Now, this is something that happened with me and it was hilarious. I was attending a webinar and quite a few of my friends and all of us were on it. And this was a pan-India webinar and our faculty was someone, in fact, I'll tell you who it was. I'm sure you all know of him, Swanand Kirkire, the lyricist and the writer. He was talking to us on his writing and his work. So all of us were in it. And Swanand Kirkire kind of broke all rules that day. he told the organizer, listen, I don't like seeing myself. I don't like talking to myself. I want everybody's videos on and everybody's mics on. All right. And all of us had our mics on and all of us had our videos on. And he was looking at all of us and chatting and all of that. He was reciting a poetry. Now, some of us remembered to switch off our mics. This friend of mine forgot. And Swanan Kirkire is reciting a very intense poetry. And this friend of mine is saying, Bipin, wo chutney mein pani kam dalna. अच्छा, अरे तुमने वो नहीं किया, पहले वो बर्तन धो दो तो, और वो देखो सिंक पे मैंने ये रखा है, फ्रिज मत खोलना. All instructions happening. She had no clue she was online. All of us were desperately messaging her that, listen, we all know about the chutney. Can you just switch off your mic? And Swanam Kirkire was also looking, wondering around, what's happening? How did the chutney come in the way? So this is what happens, and we can't blame parents because this is new for them. And we have received 2 months of training. Parents haven't. So we have to, this is one instruction that must go on. TV, the radio, there's going to be situations where everything is happening in one room. So ensure that the parents realize that things should not happen like this in the background. The background is very important here. Radio, TV, and no conversation. Not even what he's saying. I don't want to say that. It conveys. Our mics are very sharp. Right? Next one. Yes. Headphones. Very, very important. If the child is able to, please give the child headphones. Request your parents to do that. Because that is what will distract, will keep away all the distractions and disturbances. Next one. Next one, please. Yeah. No continuous movement. I'm sure all of us mothers do this all the time. When your child is doing the homework at home, what do we do? Peep in and find out, kya kar raha hai? Good, good. Very nice. This has to vanish when the child is in your class, right? So no continuous movement behind. Ensure that the child is not sitting where the, there is the way to the washroom or the way to the kitchen or cleaning happening. We're going to give this as recommendations. The parents, I'm sure, will do the best they can. Yes, next one, please. No multitasking. I know I have to clean French beans today, but yeah, trust me, I'm not sitting with them right now on my lap. And I don't have them right now because that does happen, We feel that इतना ही तो दिख रहा है, नीचे क्या कर रहे हैं, नहीं, सब पता चलता है. Everything is possible. Yeah. Checking your phone. Yeah. Putting your headphones on and then doing something else on your phone. Multitasking is not to be done at all. These are recommendations that I want you to share with your parents as a document, or if you want to talk to them about it in your first meeting, that is also possible. Yeah. Next, please. Again, the mic button or the mute button. The mic button is to be used only when you're speaking and not all the time, because that does create disturbance in the class. Yes. That's it. Now that we have our online etiquettes in place, let's talk about the parent concerns, because those are the concerns that determine how and what you're going to communicate. So the basic concerns are these: where, when, how, what, who, and why. Now, can I, Fatima teacher, I would like to just call out names, and if you could unmute the person and we can go in for an interaction. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'll stop the screen sharing for that
Yes.
time.
Yes, please. Let us go to Ashwini, ma'am. Ashwini Zade.
Ashwini ma'am, can we have you? One second.
Just the
Yes.
mic. Yes. Yes. I would love if you come on video, but if you're prepared to come on video, I don't mind that either. Lovely. Yes. Good morning, Ashwini. Yes.
Good
Now,
morning, ma'am.
yeah. So we are talking about addressing parental concern. Now, if you see the slide, can they see the slide, Fatima? Or in this format, only the two of us are visible? Yes. Now, this slide that you see, Ashwini teacher, I would like you to talk to me as to where would you address parent concerns? As in, where would you meet the parent? Where should the parent come to you when they have any concerns? Yes, please.
Conversation, chat box,
Okay.
email.
Yes. And WhatsApp
Yes.
is because we do have groups on WhatsApp, isn't it? Our class groups.
Yes. Still, yeah, we have.
Yes, great. So now, teachers, these are going to be your where. If parents say where should we communicate with you? These are the groups. Calling on your phone is again completely your call, your decision, whether you want them to call them or call you or no. These things are best set in the first meeting, because then the entire year, it's not something that you spring upon them. Great. Thank you, Ashwini teacher.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. To address when when should the parents communicate, or when should you be communicating with parents? Could I have Anisha teacher? Fatima teacher? I think there's going to be a lag. Yes. Anisha teacher, please. I can see you, Anisha.
Anisha teacher, can you switch on your video? If not, mic is also fine.
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Yes.
ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yes. When is the time that you think a parent should address you?
Ma'am, after the session or what the time we have given from 9 to 10, 9 to 12, we are going to convey the classes. After that,
Okay. Now, after that, can I call you at 2 o'clock, Anisha teacher?
no, we will give them a specific time from 4 to 5 or 2 to 3.
Yes, yes, exactly my point. So please do not leave anything vague. Please ensure it's not that you are someone too busy bee to give you a time, but it's for everyone's benefit and smooth functioning that parents know exactly when to call you. It's like doctors, how doctors give us a particular time to call. Similarly, we must also clear that right in the beginning. Correct, Anisha
Yes,
teacher? Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
great. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Yeah. Now, how do you do it? We've already discussed the various ways of communicating through emails, through all the new age technology that we have. What do we communicate to each other, to parents, and what do parents communicate with us? Only school related stuff. As teachers, we are not interested in what movies you saw yesterday, or what is your favorite web series. If we ask you, please do furnish that information. But this has to remain very, very formal. I'm not saying let's make it too dry that parents feel that nothing interesting happening, but yes, we have to draw, walk that thin line wherein we do not fall into the casual conversation, because then that becomes very difficult to control. Now, who should you be calling? Now, sometimes parents have an admin related issue. Now, it is our duty to guide them there. You need not be the one answering questions or queries related to fees, related to other teachers, related to school policies. Suddenly, if a parent is finding it, oh, the school should be doing this, the school should be doing this, please meet the principal, and these are her hours that she has given. So please do contact them very politely. You have to guide them to the concerned person. Please do not think that the entire school information is yours to give. There we have very efficient departments which should be handling their queries. Otherwise, we just make a mess of it, and then we are quoted and very often misquoted, and then we land up in trouble. Now, why should you be addressing parent concerns? If not you, then who else? You are there for the parents all through, isn't it? Parents and teachers, we are a team. So that is the reason why you are the one who would be addressing parent concerns. Could I have the next slide, please? Great. So now these are the ways that we are going to be communicating with parents. Class or school blog, emails, voice tools. By voice tools, I mean audio messages, apps, various apps. We may develop our own school app, the various apps on our phones, on our laptops. We're going to be doing it in person. Social media is big now in our lives. And whether we like it or not, we don't have that option anymore of not being on social media. Video or television, yes, through links, through programs, through maybe there will come a time when we have our school TV, radio, or podcasts. Podcasts are something that are really good, and I would love all of you to explore podcasts. I personally am just discovering them, and they're great. I mean, there is no video, but it can be very engaging. And if we listen to a few, then we understand how we can hold the attention of children without a video call. Yeah, so these are the ways in which we are going to be communicating. Can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. Now it's 30th very soon, and we have to get set for the meeting, right? So what is the first point? I'm sure all parents know by now that there is going to be a parent-teacher meeting, right? So we have to send invites to the parents. Prepare thoughts and material. Now, this is your job. Just because this is the first meeting for many of us, and I think at SSWS, we've already had one term, 1 month. So the term has already begun, and you are meeting them again. So your thoughts and material, and the teachers who are meeting the parents for the first time, your thoughts and material are going to be different slightly. So ensure that you have your thoughts and material in place. Reminders, gentle reminders. Again, please do not use all caps. So gentle reminders need to be sent. Yes, ma'am. Next one, please. Create a welcoming environment. Don't you all miss your classes now? I mean, what cheerful classes we used to have, isn't it? I'm sure we'll have them. I'm using past tense because it's been a while. But how nicely classes are decorated, and it gives you such a feel-good factor. Now, a welcoming environment is unfortunately now to be created only through a video. So, as much as possible, have maybe a flower vase somewhere in the corner of your screen. Again, set it like I told you, take a picture, take a selfie, and see how you can make it a welcoming atmosphere. If you have a blank wall behind you, put up a poster there, a big one. See how much can be seen, how much you are blocking it. No point in taking all that effort and you're sitting in front of the poster. So see how best you can create a welcoming environment. Yes, I'm sure all of you are so creative. I've mentioned how to be dressed, professionally dressed. Yes. Next one. And I think Fatima teacher is taking a session on grooming, right? So that will give you, I think that will give you exactly how best we can be on the meeting day. Now plan for parents who will be waiting their turn. Now this is if we are having an individual meeting, but I understand that this first meeting is going to be, you're going to be addressing all parents of your class. So what, again, parents waiting would be, I need to ask a question. I unmute my mic button. Preja unmutes her mic button. Nisha unmutes her mic button. Aradhna unmutes her mic button. And all of us together unmute. And what happens? Complete chaos. So what we normally do when we want parents to wait outside till we come, follow the same protocol in your meeting on the 30th. Remain in control and say, if we will hear you, I want to hear all of you. Let us all talk, take our turns and wait to be heard. Right? So plan for parents who are going to be waiting their turn. Yes. Next one, please. Have an agenda. Now, many of us underrate the importance of an agenda. You know, हाँ बात करनी है. I know what I'm going to say. I mean, I've been thinking about it for so many days. Of course, I'll remember. Just 4 points I have. What is there to prepare? Trust me, you could land in trouble. Okay? You are expecting interaction from parents to last for 10 minutes. It goes on for half an hour. What happens to the rest of your agenda? How do you control that? So if you have an agenda, you know that you need to control the discussion. You need to tell parents that, okay, let's move on to the next point. I'm glad you all have your opinions, but could you please email me your opinions? Could you please email me regarding this issue? Or you could even WhatsApp me. That'll be great. We must discuss this, and I understand and appreciate everybody's concerns about this issue. And I'm so glad, but yes, we need to cover some more important points. All our time is valuable. Let's just move on. And I assure you that I will come back to this point later. And then follow it up and do go back to that issue. Right? So let's see what our agenda is going to look like. Next slide. Yes. Agenda. What is our agenda going to look like? First, very, very important. Somebody's mother, somebody's, yes, ma'am. Addressing as ma'am is the safest thing because sometimes you may not remember, but do try and remember their names and their faces. We fortunately, sorry.
Yeah, can we address them with their surname, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Again, it has to be with the surname. I'm not, I never on first name basis. Either it is ma'am or Mrs. So-and-so. Or sir, yes, Mr. and yes, sir. Follow it up with sir, but address them by their name. Okay, the surname. Never on first name, never hello, always wish them formally and then address them by their name. Mrs. So-and-so. Introduce yourself. Okay, now here I go. a little role play. I'm introducing myself. I think we all have those videos. I mean, they were so cheerful, so lovely, but those were videos. This is a formal setup. So address yourself formally. Talk about yourself formally. Now, would you say myself, Sharvari Parasnis? No. This is a translation of our Indian languages. In English, we never say myself. Myself, so and so, no. Either you address, you have to say, I am Sharvari Parasnis, and I am going to be, I'm very happy to be your child, no. I'm very happy to be Summer's class teacher for this academic year. Or if you're the subject teacher, you say, I'm very happy to be Summer's subject teacher. I'm very happy to be Summer's class teacher for this year. And I'm looking forward to a great interaction with you, Mrs. Gupta. And Summer is going to be very, very special to me. And we are going to be working throughout the year for Summer's progress. Introduce yourself like this. You need not say so many sentences, but this is how you introduce yourself. Know myself, or my name is. And the other important thing that we do very often is, what is your good name? Can I tell you my bad name? When you say, what is your good name, are you presuming the person has a bad name too? No, right? We have only one name, and it jolly well be the good name. So, may I know your name, sir? Not a good idea, because you're supposed to know the parents' names. So you do not have that option, right? So I am, you cannot say my name is, because you're not a child. You have to say I am. Okay? So this is how you introduce yourself. Please stop using myself. Great. Next one. Okay. Schedule a hook activity. Now, this is something we are going to do tomorrow. I would love if you Google it, and if you're aware of a hook activity, great, you could plan one. But if those of you who are not aware, we are going to be doing this tomorrow, and I would love it if you Google yourself too. So this is something that we are going to be, it's going to be a part of your agenda for your first parent-teacher meeting. Yes. Next one, please. Sound excited, positive, and confident about the change scenario. Yes, Fatima teacher, I would like you to unmute. I'm not able to see everyone on the screen. So
Yeah.
could I have one SGA preschool teacher, one SISS teacher, and one teacher from SSWS, please? One from
Okay.
preschool, one from senior
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Can I have
Thank you.
Clipsy teacher from SISS? Clipsy teacher, please unmute yourself and your video on as well. Neha teacher from SNS
Yes.
and from SSWS. Can I have Vindhya teacher? Clipsy teacher?
Yes. Great. Who do we have ready? I can see
We have
Neha
Neha.
teacher.
Yes, we have
Yeah,
Neha.
yeah, I'm there.
Neha.
I've unmuted, ma'am, but I had some issue with my webcam, so I won't be
Okay.
able to put on the video.
Okay. All right. All right. Never. It's going to be even more challenging for you without the
Yeah.
video. Yes. Yes, Neha teacher. I would like you to this, please. How would you talk to the parent about the changed scenario? I am the parent and you are the teacher, right? I'm the parent of a child in your class. Yeah. Yes. Good morning, Neha teacher. I understand all classes are going to be online. How am I going to manage this? And I'm so worried. What do I do? Yes, Neha teacher.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Don't worry about this. We are here to help you out. And,
Clipsy, ma'am, please. Yeah, if you could mute your mic for now. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Continue, Neha teacher. Neha teacher, continue.
yeah, just a minute.
First and foremost,
Yes. Continue.
Hello, ma'am. We are here to help you.
Okay.
We will take you. We will help you out with some good apps. So don't worry about this. We have a. I will introduce the new app. What we are going to use.
Correct.
So like that, I feel like, ma'am, you suggest me. This is new for us all.
Yes, it is. It is. And see,
Shabari, ma'am.
yes, Neha teacher. Yes. Okay. Let's hear Clipsy also, and then we'll address it. Yeah. Yes. You could mute yourself,
ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I muted myself, but if I try the camera, it is slowing down the net. So I'm not putting the camera on. All right.
Yes.
We would tell the parents that we have arranged for a platform in which we are confident that we will be able to solve all your issues. The platform will be taught to you in a very professional manner so that you are also comfortable, and we are also able to answer all your queries regarding the same. If you do have any issues with the program that we are introducing to you, we are always here to help you out anytime at specific times that we have been allotted to you. But if any time you feel that you are still not confident, you are able to contact us via either email, WhatsApp, or chat, or a conversation, any mode that is more convenient for you, so that you are comfortable and we move forward in a very positive note for you and your child.
That was a marathon, Clipsy teacher. You lost me in the first 30 seconds. The thing is that parents need reassurance. Now, we have been so well trained by SGA. We are getting so familiar with Teams. We're getting so familiar with online. We are getting confident. But think about the mother. Think about especially the mother or the father or the parent who has not had this experience. They are going to be very, very worried about this. Now we have to be excited, we have to be positive, we have to be confident. Now, when I throw jargon at you, like, there is this platform, there is this Teams, and, online, I'm in here, I'm sure you know this. Not like that. You have to tell this parent, yes, great, we are going to take you step by step through it, and do not worry. The telephone, the cell phone is always there, but we cannot do all things on our phones, so we are having all these other technical all the other platforms or all the other formats. What we have to ensure is that it is possible. Ho jayega. It is positive, it is possible, and I know how I'm going to help you. Both of us are in together, but I know how to help you. Yes, we will do it. We will inform you step by step. We will handhold you through the entire process. There will be glitches. Never mind. You're most welcome to call me. But we will slowly ensure that you are completely familiar with our online teaching program, right? So you have to be excited, you have to be positive and confident. Yes, ma'am. Next one.
Vidya teacher.
Yes, Vindhya teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
We have, I think, time for one more, then we will end. Yes, Vindhya teacher.
So what's my question, ma'am? The same one?
How would you convey the changed scenario to the parent?
All
Because
right.
that is your agenda, right? On the
Okay.
30th. Yes.
Got it. So we can start like, hello, Mrs. Address will say, hello, Mrs. Kale. I totally agree to the queries you have, to the doubts you have, but believe me, everything will be settled in quite some time. We have a good platform that we are going to arrange for kids, and this is as the need of an hour arises, because we have also not only academic wise we are going to see, but also socio and emotional wise also we have to look for our children. So this platform will also help them to create this platform, and this is going to help children in many things. So even if you have any queries, we are there to help you out. You can reach us to WhatsApp or email, and you can contact me anytime within the specific time given. So that is how we are going to explain the parents, and also will tell them that we are there to help you out. Even if you find any problem, we are there to solve it.
Great. So, yes, the tone has to be great, Vindhya teacher.
Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am.
So the tone has to be, yeah, thank you. The tone has to be very positive, and you need to sound confident as well as happy about doing it. Now, since the rest of your body language is challenged as for now, you have to bring it on your face. You can't say, yeah, I mean, I know, I hope I am able to do. No, yeah, I'm also equally worried like you. Oh, bad idea, right? So you
Right.
have to be confident and you have to be positive. Yes, yes, of course we'll be able to do it. And
Right.
I know it's tough. Don't undermine the whole thing. Arey, kuch nahi, aisi hai. No, but you don't also have to make a big deal out of it, so that we get on with our lives. Thank you, everyone. Fatima teacher, next one. Yes. Share information. Now, all this is all about sharing information. Whatever information we get, we have to share and find ways and means of doing it. Yes, and try, make it exciting, make it interesting. There are templates. I mean, I have seen all your work, all you teachers. I mean, people are so very creative that I'm sure you'll make a very cheerful communication format, whatever it may be, whether it's an email, whether it is a WhatsApp, whether it is a presentation, whether it is just talking to the parent online, everything. Yeah, so you need to share information. So that is going to be your agenda. Now, I know you've seen this slide, and I'm 100% sure you're going to enjoy this. But before this is, so we close today, and I see you tomorrow. So your homework, your assignment for today is, please make a note of this. I want your agendas for the 30th, for your first meeting, whether it is 29th or 30th. The pointers that we have, could we go back to the slide, please, Anita? I mean, sorry, Fatima teacher? Yeah. So if you could take a quick picture of this slide and share an agenda, email that agenda to me. I've cleaned my inbox. I'm waiting for all your emails, which I will then share with Fatima teacher to be put on documentation. And we will then have a sharing activity tomorrow morning when we open, right? So can we?
Sharvari ma'am, can you share your email ID, please?
Yes, I will put it up on all the groups. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The special school teachers.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a
hope-
query.
Yes, I hope I have been of help and assistance to all of you, because I mean, you have lots of things to say, and to make light of what you all handle is very, very difficult. And to be excited and positive, I mean, all of you are so positive that I mean, all the rest of us need to learn a lesson or two. And great. I mean, I hope I've been of assistance there. Now, this
Sharvali
is a
ma'am, can I ask you something? Lopa
uh,
here, can I ask you something?
yes, please. We can have a question answer if
Yeah, ma'am, the agenda should be individual, or should the two teachers make one agenda for the day parent?
it will all depend on whether the two of you are addressing the parents together. Are you
That I don't
addressing
know,
the
ma'am. Maybe.
So please, the agenda has to, if there are two teachers, and I do not think that will happen though, because I don't know how we are going to synchronize that. But if it is the same class and two teachers with two different sets of parents, then yes, the agenda has to be the same. So what I'm guessing is you have more sections, and you have same points on the agenda, but obviously the way you talk to the parents is going to be your own. So your hook activities and your other, how do you greet the parent? What are your thoughts on that? How would you do it creatively, or would you want to do it formally? All of that is your own, but I want you to give a thought to those points individually.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Been able to answer?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Any
Sharvari
questions?
ma'am.
Hanji. Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, subject teachers also
Would
need
you
to create this
identify
agenda
yourself,
for their
please?
classes.
Akanksha. Yes.
Akanksha here, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, means all subject teachers also need to create this agenda for their subject classes.
Are you going to be meeting the parents?
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't have any
Akansha,
idea actually. Only class teachers are.
Marita ma'am
Yes.
should be able to answer this, I think. Is Marita ma'am there? Because this agenda is for you if you are talking to the parents on 29th and 30th. It would always help, because
Yes,
as a
I know.
subject teacher, parents would come to you, isn't it? Akanksha teacher?
Yes, that's why
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
ma'am. That's why I'm
Definitely.
asking that for my
Yes.
subject class, for first time when I'll take the class, I need to introduce myself also and to the parents,
Perfect.
and
Yes.
I would have an interaction.
Yes. So yes, each one has to make subject teacher or class teacher.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for clearing this. Thank you.
Yes.
Ma'am, this is Diana.
Yes,
May
Diana.
I ask you a question?
Yes. Sorry?
Ma'am, my question is about the use of language. Do we strictly stick
I am losing you. I think you will have. It would be better if you switch off your video. I can't hear you, Diana. Yes, Diana. Can you please repeat your question? Yes, Diana teacher. I can't hear you. No, I think it's a bad connectivity. Teachers, this is also something that will happen. So please be prepared for these breaks. Yes, Diana teacher. Can you? No.
Okay, Diana teacher, I request you to just type the question in the chat. I'll read it out for you.
Yes, yes. That would be quicker.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, anybody else?
Ma'am, my question is about the use of language. Should we be sticking to English only, or can we be should we? My question is about the use of. Okay.
Huh. So
Hello.
yes.
My
Yes.
question is about the use of language.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I got your question. Could you please
use any English like sentences can be
Yes.
bilingual.
Can I answer your question, Diana teacher? Yes, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Yeah. See, ours is an English medium school, right? Medium of instruction is English. But this is also about communicating. So my request to you would be to use any one language. What we are doing today is that we are messing up all languages. So if the parent is unable to understand English, there is no point in continuing in English. As I recalled, you are you're with SISS, right? So you have a parent of a special child. So it's very important that the parent understands what you wish to communicate. So do try in English. If not, it should be in the language that that the parent understands. But the protocol remains the same. The tone of the language has to be formal. Try not to use short forms. Try not to use casual words. If the parent is understanding Hindi, brush up your Hindi and ensure that you are speaking clear and a language that you at the end of the day are proud of. All right. So I think that's a good benchmark. If you are happy or rather proud of what you have spoken, good for you. Am I able to answer your question? Have I answered your question?
Diana teacher says that we have some parents who may not understand English fluently.
Correct. So that's whatever the language they're able to understand in is important. At the end of the day, communication is about the person understanding. There is no point in communicating in a language that my parent does not understand or does not comprehend or is uncomfortable in communicating. Then it becomes a one-way communication. Which does not encourage other languages. Please remember, we are an English, a school that follows medium of instruction as in English. So we need to do that. But yes, we have to communicate at the end of the day. Yeah. Any other questions?
Sharwari
Yes.
ma'am,
Hanji, yes.
there was one particular slide. It had a point plan for parents who are waiting, which I
Yes.
didn't quite comprehend. Can you please elaborate?
Yes. So plan for parents who are waiting is a slide, is a point wherein we very often we have meetings where we are meeting parents one-on-one as a couple, as a child's parents. So like I gave the example of Summer. So Summer's parents are with me, and Aditi's parents are waiting outside. How long are they going to be sitting outside twiddling their thumbs? Or similarly, in today's scenario, we have, I have all 30 parents in front of me who have logged in. And one parent is taking all my time in conversation. So I have to ensure, I have to always look out that I am giving as fair a time to everyone as possible. Now, this is juggling that will come only with practice. The first meeting is, Yes.
Yeah. Can I say something here? Sorry, Jumana here.
Yes, Jumana ma'am. Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Here, what we do is if a parent, we give a parent 10 minutes. Okay. And if the parent crosses that, we keep a timer. And if the parent crosses that, and we request that parent that since you need to ask more, you can take another appointment and please get back with us.
Yes. So
Because that does make sense. They are satisfied and the others don't feel insulted that they are waiting for too long.
correct, correct. Yes. I don't know about the timer bit because personally, when I see a timer, I forget everything, whatever I wish
No,
to say.
they don't. They are not aware of the timer.
Then it's
We as the teacher is aware of the timer,
Yes.
not the parent.
Then it's fine. Then it's fine. Because if I'm told, okay, 10 minutes, your time starts now. It's like
Yes, then
KBC.
we are just rushing into things.
Yeah, yeah. So
No,
that is
they are not aware of the timer, but usually a lot of confusion is saved because then the parents are also too pressy with their
Yes.
things.
Correct. Yes, I agree. And parents, I mean, tomorrow we'll see how we do this because parents want to share anything, everything with you. Because, it's like, normally I would have begun this workshop with an activity. I would have asked one of you to go put your wallet with the watchman. Excuse me.
Pardon, I didn't get it. What did you say, ma'am?
I said
Activity?
I would have I would have begun this workshop by asking some of you to go hand over your wallets to the
Okay.
gate.
Okay.
And I know how many of you would have done that. Nobody.
Nobody.
Now here is a parent who hands over his child to us and goes away.
Right.
So I mean, it's all fair, isn't it, to be a little worried about what's happening in the class? What are you doing with my child? If I'm not comfortable leaving my wallet with someone, or forget the wallet, my cell phone with someone, you forget your cell phone at home and you feel you want to go back and get it, isn't it? It's how we are attached, and finally, it's the child, right? It's their child in our care, isn't it? So we must give a little leeway to the parents because they have given their trust, they've trusted us, put their faith in us without really knowing us. So that faith will happen, the confidence will come. Give them time. Yeah. So now I want you all to see this movie. I laughed my head out when I saw this movie. I want you all to have a laugh and we close the session today. Can we have Fatima teacher, you're doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Hey.
so much, Sharvari ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you hear it, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes.
Guys, sup? Y'all wanted intros. Y'all have been saying you miss the old me, so this is an intro. Yeah. So I was in school once. Yes, I'm educated. Surprise. And I dreaded parent-teacher meetings. Don't you still dread it? But one thing I always loved was observing these types of parents that came to these meetings. Was there a transition? Yes. Yes, it was. Hello, Mrs. Lakshmi. Hello, madam. Mrs. Lakshmi here. So your daughter, what she did? Huh? Hey, what you did, bloody rascal? What am I saying at the school for? What she did, madam? No, she didn't do anything. Oh, she's not doing anything. Why you're going to why you're going to school? Your father may work so hard to pay school fees. School fees is growing in trees or what? Nothing you're doing, girl. Nothing, girl. Mrs. Lakshmi. She is a very but a student, no, madam. I know you, but a student, good student. She's good, good. Madam, one time you see this face properly, tell me she's good student, huh? Yes, madam, she's good. Oh, good. Good, it seems. Good. Hello, Mrs. Sarita. Hello, madam. Say hello. Hello. Hello, madam. So, Mrs. Sarita, your daughter has a overall B plus, but I know she has the potential to perform much better, huh? Mrs. Sarita, are you okay? Madam, I keep telling her, madam, stop watching Big Boss and study. But no, she never listens, madam. One time, madam, I walked into her room to see if she's studying, madam. You know what I saw, madam? She's standing in front of the mirror like this, madam, and she's doing Kiki. Do you love me? Are you riding? Madam, who is Kiki, madam? How she'll be inside mirror? Science student, it seems. Oh, Mrs. Sombay, great. I'm also singing songs and doing bhajan to God to give you brains, not working. No. Hey, you know what, madam? I think full kannu came off. Kannu means nazar, madam. 1 minute. You heard sound, madam? Ayo! You also want, madam? No, no, thank you. No. Hello, Mr. Sinha. It's so nice to finally meet you. So, your daughter has no respect for teachers and she's continuously talking in class and she's failed in 6 subjects. How many subjects are there? 6. I genuinely don't think we'd be promoting her this year. What did you say? I said I don't think we'd be promoting her to the next year. How about now? No. Still no. Now? Not happening. Now? No. What about now? How about no? And how about you also get out? I'll call. Chairman, I know. Come. Oh, hi, Mrs. Geeta. Hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you? Oh, how else would I be with a wonderful child like this? Of course, I'd be. Right, baby? Okay. So, first term, 8. Second term, 5. Third term, 3. Wow, she's been progressively getting better ranks. Huh? I'm so proud of you, honey. No, no, ma'am. Those are not ranks. Those are her marks. Huh? Who? This Geeta, she has to work on her performance, huh? Yeah, she'll work, ma'am. But I'm sure she's a great athlete, huh? She took 30 minutes to run 100 meters. What about dancing, madam? I'm sure my daughter is the best. Better than the other kids for sure. No? No? Theater. I'm pretty sure she's good at acting. The theater teacher quit after she auditioned. Wow. Singing. I'm very sure my daughter is. Oh, sing for your mother. Sing, ma. Who's asking? My daughter, huh? Do you love me? Mr. Surya. Mr. Surya. Hi. Hello? Your daughter is very ill-mannered. Hey, how dare you, you bloody rascal? Excuse me? Excuse me, but one time I tell me you cannot able to understand or what? Okay. That is not okay. You cannot use that tone with me. I am a teacher. Hey, don't tell me what tone to use. Okay, one kick I give means you'll go flying to America without visa only. Bloody rascal. Okay, that's it. I'm going to make sure. Oh, sorry, madam, but you were talking to me. I was on phone. You were saying? Oh, I was saying your daughter is very ill-mannered. Yeah, bloody rascal. How many times you tell you not to talk again? But hello, how are you? So your daughter has done quite well this term, huh? Oh, she's done quite well. Is it so? Are you saying she's capable of doing better? Oh, yeah, for sure. then why is that she's unable to exploit her full potential? Well, I guess she's a little distracted. So are you saying as a teacher, you are incapable of making your student pay attention to you? No, I mean, do you mean that you're paying all of this school fees for you to tell me that you don't know how to make your student pay attention in class? Isn't that like your job? Yeah, but even then, you decide to complain to me about my daughter when all I see is how incompetent the teachers in this institution is. Okay, but listen. No, you listen to me, young lady. As parents, we work day and night and we work so hard to provide the best of the best for our children, and you are complaining to me about my daughter? Look at her. Look at this girl right here. She is the future. Okay, this generation is the future, and the future is in your hands. Don't you dare disappoint me, huh? Yes, ma'am. Good. Hello, Mr. David. Hello, madam. I am so sorry to tell you this, but your daughter got only 40%. That is amazing. I got only 22% when I was her age. I am so proud of you, baby. Nobody in my family got 40% till now. What do you want? You want iPhone X? Okay, you're getting an iPhone X. Mr. David, she came last in class. But she passed, no, madam. Really, sir. But she passed, no, madam. I told you you could do it, Kanna. Put this also on Instagram, okay? She's an Instagram celebrity, madam. She has 299 followers. Huh? Very proud of you. How much does your daughter have? I don't know. That's what I thought. Oh my, yeah.
Fix that wig properly.
Dude, I am trying.
It looks like a wig.
How am I supposed to help it?
What are you doing?
I'm your sister.
No, you're my mother's sister. That makes you my aunt.
I'm your aunt?
You tend to be like my aunt.
Okay, yeah, of course, I got it. Oh my god. Oh, hello. It's so nice to finally meet you. Yeah, same. How are you feeling? I'm so sorry about your health. Hope you're feeling better now? Why? What happened to me? She told me you had dengue. Me?
Dengue.
When?
2 weeks ago.
I had dengue.
Yeah, you had dengue 2 weeks ago.
I had dengue. I had dengue 2 weeks ago. I almost died, madam. Imagine what my relatives would have thought. She died because of mosquito. What a weak girl. Thank God I'm alive, right? You have a sister, no?
Yeah.
Where is she now?
She's at home.
Oh, then who is there under the wig? Who? I think I'm blind over. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave your comment. Yes.
Yes. That's it for today. Thank you all. We did go a little beyond time. And yeah, we started late also. So tomorrow, promise 1 hour only. Thank you so much and see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.